welcome to Saucy Cat. My name's Zoe, and when it's cold and snowy outside, nothing's better than soup. My mom used to make this one for me growing up, and I am so excited to bring it to the Saucy Cat screen. Vegan dumpling soup. Let's get into it. Let's start off the soup by first chopping half an onion into smallish chunks. Next, chop up some carrots and potatoes into bite-sized pieces and thinly slice some green onion. Now place a large pot onto the stove and heat up some olive oil on medium-high. Add the onions and saute for about 5 minutes until translucent. Next, plop in the carrots and potatoes and season with salt, parsley, and thyme. Finally, pour in some vegetable broth and add the green onion, and then bring the whole thing to a simmer. Let that cook for 10 to 15 minutes. While the soup's simmering, let's make our dumplings. In a bowl, combine all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, and thyme. Now add some melted vegan butter and about a half cup of warm water. You may not need all the water, so start off with a 1/4 cup and add more as you need it. Begin to mix the dough until it forms a somewhat sticky dough. The dough shouldn't be dry at all, but not so sticky that you can't touch it without making a mess. Now for the fun part. Rip little chunks off the dough and roll them into balls. My dough balls are only about 1 inch thick, as they'll expand when we add them to the soup. Of course, you can make them bigger or smaller to fit your preference. Now carefully add the dumplings to the soup. Make sure they don't touch each other right off the bat. After 30 seconds, they'll be fine if they touch, but right now they are in that sticky mood. Leave the dumplings in the simmering soup for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. If you have bigger dumplings, they'll probably take 15 to 20 minutes. Check that the dumplings are cooked by removing one and cutting it in half. If it's not raw and doughy in the middle, I'd say it's good to go. So grab your favorite soup bowl and let's ladle this dish. These dumplings are kind of huge, so I cut it in thirds. Yes. Now I purposely went with a really light and simple broth just because those dumplings are so dense and so just filling, and it works really well together. It's a really good balance. Well, that does it for today. Let me know how you beat the cold in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Saucy Cat.
I feel like it's not a pretty soup.
It's not necessarily a pretty soup.